So apparently, after going on a rant about the character of Alistair from Hazbin Hotel and Wendigos, a few of you expressed how you enjoyed listening to me pop off about cryptids and folklore. So today, I thought I'd take you all on a trip down memory lane with me and talk about some of my favorite monsters and cryptids from my childhood. For that, we need to go all the way back to when I was I don't even know how old, really. I've had a strong interest in the supernatural and spooky stuff for as long as I can possibly remember. I grew up watching everything from Buffy the Vampire Slayer to Ghost Adventures. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Every year around Halloween, I would also tune into the most terrifying places in America, simply for the sake of the ghost stories. And I was also into shows like Truth or Scare, hosted by Michelle Trachtenberg on Discovery Kids, rest in peace, as well as Lost Tapes. On Animal Planet. What the hell was even that, huh? But you get my point. Baby Raven loved spooky shit, even back then. But I would say my fascination in this sort of stuff didn't really solidify until I was in the 5th grade, because that was when I got my hands on a very specific book at one of my school's scholastic book fairs, and that book was called Mythical Monsters, The Scariest Creatures from Legends, Books, and Movies, by Chris McNab as the general editor. I want to know who approved of this. Who thought this was okay? Because some of the monsters that were in this book did end up giving me nightmares. The next year, I wound up getting 2 more books by Gerrie? McCall? I'm sorry if I get your name wrong, Gerrie, that's what I'm going to call you. And those books were Monsters and Villains of the Movies and Literature, and Dragons, Fearsome Monsters from Myth and Fiction. These 3 books pretty much paved the way for what would wind up becoming a lifelong obsession, featuring detailed artwork, a 1 to 2 paragraph short story about the creatures, a quick summary about the myths surrounding the creatures, fun facts, and maps showing where the stories of each individual creature comes from. It's funny to say, but these books wound up teaching me a lot about how to conduct research. Identification, general information, location, anecdotes, little-known facts, nuanced information, other references and separate works, etc. And I still have these books to this day and sit down and read them from time to time. And I'll probably never get rid of them. I wonder if there's more. I wonder if Chris McNab and Gerrie McCall and Scholastic ever produced more. Yo! Chris McNab, my guy! I'm getting these books immediately. Anyways, now that I've gotten you guys all caught up, let me take you through some of my favorite mythical monsters from these books that made me into the cryptid-obsessed weirdo that I am today. Okay, so this one isn't specifically from the books, but I will say it all started with vampires. Dracula from Van Helsing, Nosferatu, Angel and Spike from Buffy, hell, even the Cullens from Twilight. I've always loved vampires, to the extent that I was almost always a vampire for Halloween. Like, even my parents noted this, like, weren't you a vampire last year? Don't you want to be something different? No, I just need a new cape, that's all. Something that I've found fascinating over the years is that it seems like on almost every continent, throughout several countries, and multiple civilizations throughout history, there is some sort of vampire-type legend to be found. The idea of an undead person coming back and attacking a community, drinking people's blood, or spreading disease and death seems to be a common fear that every place has had at some point. And it's always fun to hear about the subtle differences and historical and cultural impacts of each one. Another oldie but a goodie. Werewolves. I've always liked werewolves. Minus the ones from Twilight, because what in the dire wolf are we doing here? Look at this boy. He is the goodest of boys. But not really, because he'll rip your face off. I've always liked these particular types of werewolves, the ones that are the perfect combination of both wolf and man. The werewolves from Van Helsing, Hugh Jackman's werewolf, I love it. My parents should have never let me watch YouTube in the early 2000s because I spent an unhealthy amount of time watching those real mermaid sighting videos and believing that mermaids were real. I mean, it's not too outlandish, is it? Come on, I can't be the only one. Christopher Columbus doesn't count. Man thought a manatee was a goddamn mermaid, for Christ's sake. Me personally, I love the mermaids from the fourth Pirates of the Caribbean movie, and I love the people who have those silicone tails and perform as mermaids. I really wanted to do that at one point, but there's just no way. I do not have the stamina for that. And of course, what list about cryptids would be complete without Mothman? I don't think I need to explain who Mothman is. It's Mothman. Once again, what list about cryptids would be complete if I didn't mention El Chupacabra? Here's the thing though. This is not a chupacabra to me. To me, this is just a dog or a coyote with mange. And that's sad. No. This is my chupacabra. Look at it. Look at it. Isn't he cute? This little creature was everything to me as a kid. And to this day, whenever someone mentions the chupacabra, this is the first thing that pops into my brain. Yep, I had a strong fascination with griffins when I was a kid. The hippogriff from Harry Potter? Oh, absolutely. Close enough. Did this obsession make me want to be a Gryffindor at one point? Yes, it did. Does it change the fact that I am a certified Hufflepuff? No, it does not. Does mentioning any of this mean that I support J.K. Rowling? Absolutely the fuck not. Fuck that bitch. This is one of my favorite things to come out of Greek mythology, and this time it isn't Zeus's fault. Nah, Poseidon was the god behind this thing. You see this? This is cute to me. He is the goodest of boys, even if he does have a taste for human flesh. Way to spoil the ending, McNab. Jeez, give me a chance to read first, would ya? Honestly, not a lot to say about the basilisk. It's a cute little chicken lizard. Well, not really, since it becomes a whole dinosaur, but still one of my favorites from this book. Here is a creature that I did not come to fully appreciate until I was in high school when we read Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll. The Jabberwock is weird and gnarly, and I like it. Alright, this has got to be one of my favorite urban legends to revisit. New Jersey, come to the front of the class and present your creature. From my Mythical Monsters books to the Lost Tapes episode on it, the Jersey Devil is one of my favorite folkloric creatures of all time. Easy top 10, but it takes the #1 spot on this list. It's not just with how weird it looks, it's all of it. From the story of this thing's birth to all of the alleged sightings of it. Hell, even the Lost Tapes episode on it was one of the good ones. As a Michigander, I can't say a lot about New Jersey, but I think that this thing is pretty damn cool. Anyways, that'll be all for this video, you guys. Thank you for watching. I want to take a moment to give a special thanks to everyone who follows this channel. This video was kind of late going up because I couldn't decide on a topic that I wanted to cover, and everyone was just so chill and really supportive about it, and I just can't thank you guys enough for that. It just proves that I'm harder on myself than literally anybody else, and I'm really fortunate to have you guys here and for all of you that support me. And yeah, I just can't thank you all enough. Anyways, let me know what you all thought about this video down in the comment section below, as well as any topics that you'd like to see me cover in a future video. My name is BlueRaven666, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!